Happy spring break, everybody! Today is Pajama Day. Student Council is putting on a Spirit Week for spring break. Are you wearing your pajamas? If you are, take a picture of yourself and post it on social media and do a @ symbol and then write Saline Student Council. I emailed all of your parents, and so they have the exact hashtag and the exact tag to get your face on Saline Student Council social media. Today, we are going to do a cooking lesson, and we're going to make a meal that we can make in our pajamas. What meal do we usually make in our pajamas? Do we make dinner in our pajamas? Do we make lunch in our pajamas? Not often. Do we make breakfast in our pajamas? Yes, we do, and we're going to make a breakfast food today. Today, we are going to make French toast. Have you ever had French toast before? It's really yummy, especially with some syrup. Today, we are going to make this dish. These are all the ingredients we need. So we need one bowl. We need one whisk. This is called a whisk, and when ingredients go in the bowl, you stir it up with this whisk. It kind of looks silly, but it's a really cool tool to use. We're going to need a spatula, but we're going to use this when we go over to the oven. And we're going to use a frying pan. And we're also going to use this when we go over to the oven. But right now, we are going to use this whisk, this bowl. We're going to use an egg, some cinnamon. We're going to use some milk. And we're going to use a piece of bread. You can use many pieces of bread if you want, but for the demonstration of this video, we are going to use one piece of bread. So step one is to crack the egg in the bowl. Make sure not to get any shell in there. And step two is to add cinnamon. And you can add as much or as little as you like. I'm going to add a lot of cinnamon. And it will look something like that inside the bowl. Then we're going to take the whisk and we are going to stir in the egg and the cinnamon together. Gonna whisk it all together until it's all mixed together. And it will look something like this. And then we're going to take 1/4 of a cup. You can kind of see it's a 1/4 cup. It's one of the smallest ones in the measuring cup families. And we're going to take our milk. It's okay to have someone help you with this step if you like. Milk can be a little bit heavy. And we're going to pour the milk into the bowl. And then we are going to screw the cap back on the milk. And then we're going to whisk the milk in with the egg and cinnamon. And it will look something like this. And now this is the fun part. We're going to take our piece of bread and we're going to dip it in this bowl. And we're going to get the piece of bread all covered in cinnamon, milk, and egg. And it will look like this. And we're going to put it on the plate. Now, we are going to take our frying pan and we're going to take our spatula and we're going to take our piece of bread over to the oven. So I'm going to move all of my stuff and I'm going to move over to the stove. I'm going to wipe my hands off because they get a little dirty. And then I'm going to turn my oven onto medium high. And that's the 7. That is the 7 on the stove top. And then we can wait a couple minutes or a couple seconds to get it all warm. And then we can put our piece of bread on the stove. And it might take a couple minutes. It might take a couple minutes for it to get all warmed up. And then once it looks golden brown, we can flip it over. And we'll leave it there for a couple of seconds. And then we can take it off. Be very careful. Have an adult help you with that part on the stove. And then when you are finished, you will have a delicious, delicious piece of French toast. Thank you for cooking with me, everybody. Have a great, great spring break.